So, this morning marks the beginning of a new season, a time for excitement over what can be achieved. Will we get accurate shirt numbers on graphics? Will Tyres keep the next penalty below the bar? Who knows? It also marks the beginning of a new Team Talk series, and this series is called A Few Good Men. What kind of man will you be? 1991, 1 year before the start of the Premier League, and Ferguson's United were in a tense title race with Leeds. A young 18-year-old Ryan Giggs enraged manager Sir Alex Ferguson by partying with teammate Lee Sharp. He charged into the house like a bull in a china shop. Red-faced with rage, like some uncomfortable force of nature, Ryan Giggs, backs in hand, had no escape. He was disciplined and later dropped for an important away game at Juventus. His choice was clear: either he carried on in his party-like attitude, Matt Ice, or he did it as Sharp did, who was immediately shown the door, or he became obedient to his boss, who knew what was best for the talent like his. 13 Premier League titles later, 4 FA Cups and 2 Champions Leagues. You could say he made the right choice. I appreciate it now, but at the time, it was a pain, Giggs later said. Great quote. Noah had the choice to make too. He was known as a devout man in a world that was broken and turning from God. He was given the message to build a boat. It was to be the craziest zoo lifeboat to have ever existed. 450 feet long, 75 feet wide and 45 feet high. It would cost Noah all of his family's money and take 10 years to complete. He was to build this boat in his desert homeland. He was ridiculed by his neighbours and quickly became Crazy Noah and his massive boat. He must have looked completely mental to all of his peers. They should have been preparing for a drought, not a flood. Once finished, I imagine it was an awkward dinner table conversation as they waited for the rain. Not only that, Crazy Noah was to round up two of every animal known to the region and accommodate them on this boat too. For all of this, God was true to his word, and the rain eventually came. It rained constantly for weeks on end, and all life in existence as they knew it was wiped out. But not Noah and his family. He had followed the boss's orders to the letter and survived on his floating zoo, as was promised by the boss. Today I implore you to take a leaf out of the Obedient Noah's book. Obedience is often seen in modern society as weakness. We are told to be wild in order to live a life of freedom, but actually it is obedience to Christ that will truly set you free. Jesus was obedient to his boss, so much so that he was nailed to a cross, ridiculed, and left there to suffocate and starve through to death, only to fulfill the ultimate orders and the ultimate obedience and beat death by raising to life to give us the ultimate freedom. I'll leave you with the accustomed phrase that stays, and let this help you through the season when the floods do arrive and the world looks bleak. We must obey through the dismay. A bit forced, I admit. Whether that be the last minute sucker punch when we lose 3-2, or a yellow card for diving when it was a clear penalty. So go out there and win. Thanks.